Hello and welcome to Pluto's Pearl Elemental Astrology with myself, Iris Rosen New. And I want to talk about the autumn equinox. We just had that passed in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, they're going into the springtime. But I live in the North and I'm going to talk about the Northern Hemisphere. In the South, it's just the opposite. So many people will say the first day of autumn occurred on the autumn equinox. Since I follow Chinese cosmological system, the autumn equinox is not the first day of autumn. It is the peak of the autumn season. So we know this when we look to the Big Dipper. The handle of the Big Dipper turned and is pointing in the western direction, and it did that around August 7th. So that is the what we call the first day of autumn. When the handle of the Big Dipper turns to that direction. Also, the sun was at 15 degrees Leo. We entered into the month of Monkey, and Monkey is the first animal of the autumn triad. September is the second, and this is going to be the Yin Metal, Rooster, and this correlates with the lungs. And so the autumn equinox occurs during the month of Rooster. This is when the sun entered 0 degrees of Libra. So we have the autumn equinox. It's the peak of the season, and this is the yin and the yang become in balance. At the autumn equinox, they are in perfect balance and perfect harmony. Yin and yang. Day and night is equal. If you watch and you pay attention to the sunrise and the sunset, the sun is going to be rising exactly in the eastern direction, and it's going to be setting exactly opposite in the western direction on those equinoxes. And then what will happen, you'll see as you pay attention, if you're someone that goes out and looks at the sunrise and the sunset, you'll see that the sun is going to slowly start shifting as the earth is tilting, it's shifting. And by the time we get to the winter solstice, where the sun is rising and where the sun is setting, it's moved, and it's going to be much closer together in the sky to where in the autumn equinoxes, it's exactly opposite from each other. So I always just find it really fascinating and interesting. I like to look at the sky and follow these things. So the autumn equinox. So now we're in the month of Rooster. And this is the Yin Metal, and metal is the element of autumn. It's also connected with the western direction. So when we put all these pieces together, this is, autumn. These are the things that we want to do to support ourselves. We want to start shifting the foods that we're eating. In summertime, it was really hot. We're eating a lot more cold, raw foods, more yin type foods. We want to balance out all that excess heat that we were having, and there was a lot of excess heat this summer. So this in-between stage of the autumn, we really want to start decreasing the amounts of raw foods that we're eating, less salads, less raw vegetables. We want to start incorporating more cooked foods. This is hard for some people, I know. I've heard it a lot myself. But a raw carrot, raw vegetables are so much more nutritious for you. People will say, when you have a raw carrot and a cooked carrot sitting on the counter, yes, that raw carrot is more nutritious and it does contain more nutrients. However, your body cannot use those nutrients in that carrot in that state. And when you eat that raw carrot, your body has to cook it. When you eat too much and an excessive amount of cold raw foods, this then weakens your digestive system and you start having more other types of digestive issues long term. So your body's got to cook that food in order to be able to access those nutrients. So when you look at it that way, the cooked carrot has more nutrients because now your body doesn't have to cook it and it can just absorb those nutrients right away. All those nutrients in the raw state, your body can't use. And so it's really not better for you. Now there are benefits of eating those foods, but that's a whole nother other topic. So as we're shifting into this time of year, we're eating less raw foods. We can still eat some because it's still pretty warm. It hasn't started really getting cold yet. So in the in-between, but we want to start reducing. We want to start eating more cooked foods. Some of the types of foods that we can incorporate and eat during Yin Metal month: green vegetables, fermented food, oatmeal, fish, black beans, all really nice. Incorporating some pungent spices to really aspect that metal element, pungent spices like garlic and onion, and then having a chrysanthemum tea. This is all going to be beneficial. Another tea that I like to make this time of year, as Venus is connected with Libra, so as the sun is in Libra right now, Tulsi. I make a blend. It's with Tulsi, rose, hibiscus, and a little bit of lemon. It's really quite lovely. An exercise that we can do to balance and harmonize this time of year for the metal element. Metal is the lungs and the large intestine, and so breathing is incredibly beneficial. It's a great exercise to do. There are so many different types of breath work. I just love doing breath work and recommend all different kinds. So whatever your favorite is, that's what you can do. Whether it is like a square or box breathing where you inhale and exhale equal amounts, and then you have an equal pause in between the inhale and the exhale. Your inhale is shorter and the exhale is twice as long. Is another great exercise. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, just doing that 10 times. Conscious breath is quick and easy to do if you can just remember to do it. So as things are getting all hectic and chaotic, pause, in through your nose, out through your mouth, 10 breaths, and your whole energy in your body just shifts and changes. It's amazing. So I love recommending breath work. The QiGong is really good, yoga, anything. There's so many different types of breath. QiGong exercise that I like doing, the ones to go along with the month, and these come from Master Xiangzhen Wu. So as we're in the month of the Rooster, the hexagram that is correlated with Rooster is Guan, and this is wind below earth. And this is the autumn wind coming along and blowing away all of those dead leaves. It's blowing away all of the old dead limbs and branches. It's clearing everything out. It's clearing it all out. Everything that isn't needed. All those things that no longer serve you. So physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, mentally, all of these things. So this is a great time to clear away everything that no longer serves you. Doing anything that's going to support you in that way. Perfect time to do it. I like doing the QiGong exercise that goes along with the Guan hexagram for Rooster. And what you do is you're going to put your thumb on the second crease of the pinky. Straighten out your fingers, and then you want your palms facing you. So you can do it standing or sitting, but you're going to put your arms out in front of you with your palms facing your chest. So at just about chest level. As you inhale, you want to imagine like the clear white chi, that clear white energy entering your body with your breath, going into your lungs, holding your breath, just really holding that clear white energy into your lungs. And as you exhale, exhaling that breath, that white clear energy into the lungs. So just long, slow, deep breathing and holding that mudra as long as you feel comfortable, as many times as you like. Doing it the number, if you're doing it 9 times, this is going to support and just enhance that metal yin aspect. So this Guan hexagram, this is wind below earth. And this is the autumn wind coming along and blowing away everything that no longer serves you. It's clearing it all out. And so by doing this QiGong exercise, this is also what we're doing. We're using our breath and we're supporting this in our body, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, energetically. We're hitting all of those aspects, and it's bringing us into a place where we can clear away what no longer serves us, clearing this clutter out of our mind. Any type of practice, if you're doing yoga, qigong, meditation, you want to clear out all of that mind clutter so you can be clear and focused, and then you can clear away the other aspects of your life, whether it's like cleaning your house or getting rid of things. So when I'm working with people, we want to look at the metal element, and this is a great time of year to look at that. The metal features are going to be the nose and the cheeks. And so I'm looking at those areas and looking at the coloring, any lines, wrinkles, any markings or things that are going here. We can look at what's happening in that area. One of the things not in that area, but where I also really like to look is just below the nose. And if you have a line across that philtrum there, this is a big indicator of needing to work with the breath and help to bring some balance and harmony into these areas of the life, in your life. And so we can look at some different types of breath work. Also pulling in the natal astrology chart, like the Western astrology, and where the sun is at that time. You know, as I said, it's in Libra right now. So what's happening in that area of your life, and how can we bring that harmony and balance into that area of the life if it is out of balance. But even just following that pattern and the transits and the planets and how they're moving and what's happening in this area of your life. We can also look at, since we are in the Rooster, we can look at that area of the chart as well and seeing what is happening there and if we need to bring some balance into that part. All right, I hope you found this helpful and enjoyed. Thank you.